let's see. Really hope this works. Trying to make sure. Not receiving. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks like it's working. Okay. Is this working? Let's see. Oh, maybe. Yes. I think it's working. Okay. Hey, I think it's working. I think we are live. I don't know. I don't know if my microphone is working. What the heck? Oh, wait a second. I don't know. Oh, no, it is working. It's working! Yes! Okay. Right? Yes. Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, welcome to my live stream. This is the first stream I've ever done, so I am gonna figure it out as I just did. But anyways, today I'm gonna be rewriting this old app that I made last year. This geography quiz app. Here it is. It's online. geo.timbatblog.com. It works. The app itself works pretty well, except. Okay. Still says it's streaming, so. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I think it is working now. Anyways, yeah, it's over engineered, so I'm going to be rewriting it. Let me just make sure that actually worked. Over here. Okay, I think it is working now. Anyways, yeah, it's over engineered. So yeah, it is working. I'm just gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna ignore the freezes because I think YouTube will fix that later on its own. Okay, so the plan is to take. Let's see, where are my files? I've got a couple. I've got all of these JSON files of all of these different countries' ISO codes. So like the country Mayotte in Africa, its ISO code is YT. So what I can do is use this in the app to then get to then figure out which image to use for the country. So like what's this country's code is YT. So we can come over here and look in the image files and look for YT. And here is here's what Mayotte looks like. So this is what I'm going to use to display that image data. And I should give attribution to where I got these. The map icons are from dj/maps icon on GitHub. I'll provide a link to these in the description. And then the ISO codes are taken from Mephisto on GitHub and the JavaScript ISO country code. So yeah, and I just modified these a little bit. But yeah, that's where I got this data. So now I'm going to be manipulating it to make a geography quiz, hopefully. So I already have a basic React template going. So let's see, npm run start, and this should start my development server. Okay, yeah, so React is working. We're good there. I didn't do too much setup here, just a basic React app because I kind of wanted to do it live. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to install the React router so that we can actually navigate on the app. It's like if we go to /Africa right now, it's still going to give us the same page. So we're going to go to, I have the links to the docs right here. I could have opened that in a new tab, so I'll just open that there, close these. So here's the React router, And even though I've used this library a few times, several different times in different projects, I still have to look up how to set it up because it's a little bit weird. So the first thing we're going to do is install React router DOM. So I'm going to copy that command, npm install React router DOM, and that is installing. And then the next thing we're going to do, is that done? Oh, it's still going. Okay, we are also going to install Tailwind CSS, which is just a nice styling framework that I really like. Yeah, so npm install. Okay, so React router is done installing. Npm install Tailwind CSS, and then we are going to run the initialization command for that. Okay, and copy that. All right. Yeah, I think the freezing should be fixed by YouTube. So like after the stream is done, it should be smoother. So at least when it's replayed, it'll all be smooth. Okay, so I think I have everything we need here. I'm going to copy those files to to load up all of the countries. So let me pull up my old app. So yeah, let's work on this page. Yeah, so we're gonna load up the different icons for the different continents, and we'll also display a simple geography quiz. So let's see. We are going to come over here and make a folder called pages, a new file. I'll just call this home.js, export default function home. Okay, so now this is the function that'll be called when we want to use the home. So for now, I'm just going to return an h1 tag. Just call it home, and then let's come and set up the React router. So I believe that is, let's see. So how do they do that here? Import create browser router, and I'm just going to copy that. Let's just copy that. We'll save time. Okay, so we are importing create browser router, and actually I'm going to use the hash router. I realize because I'm going to be hosting this on GitHub, and the reason for that is when a React page is rendered, you're really only requesting the same page every time, but based on the path in the URL, it's going to render different content as opposed to a traditional app where you request content at a specific path on the server. GitHub doesn't let you do that on GitHub pages, but React has a workaround that we will see in a little bit when we actually get it going. So now we are going to create the router. So we're going to call this router equals create hash router, and then in here, this is where we register the routes. So I believe this just takes an array of objects, yeah, like this. So we are defining the path and then the element that we want to render when this path is called. So we will just do this path, and then we will render the home component that we just made. So now if we come over here, oh, I forgot, we need the router provider. And then router provider, and the router is equal to router. And now we see absolutely nothing on the screen. Okay, so that's not great. Still nothing. Okay, let's see. We will just, so function, and we'll call this get continent icons. Okay, so shouldn't actually have any major logic to it. It's just like returning a list of, let's see, for the continent. So Asia. Really hope, is OBS working? Just, and that, rewriting these. Probably could maybe make this a little less repetitive, but this is fine for now. Actually, no, I got an idea. What am I doing? Okay, we'll just create a new file and we'll call it continents.json. And this JSON will hold this will hold the paths to the images. Okay, so yeah. We'll just call that. You know what? I will do this later. Right now, I think I'm actually overcomplicating it. Right now, we just need to get. And of course, we need commas to separate the elements of the array. Okay, and then Oceania. How is that spelled? Oceania. Okay, whatever. That's technically a new continent, or not new. It's been there all along, but it's not. It has not been official until fairly recently. Oceania. Yeah, Oceania. Okay. And then South America. Okay, so let's just make sure that okay, my brain is freezing here under the pressure of the live stream, which is kind of stupid. All we need is to get, yeah, so we have these. We got the image paths. Okay, so now I think let's try and render the images actually. So I'm just going to create a component here that will be the map image. So, or the continent image. And this will take a continent name. Actually, that's all it needs to take, because I overcomplicated this. Like I said, because we can just set the continent image path. We can just take the continent name and use that to reform this string. So yeah, I overcomplicated that. Again, we can just pass the continent name into this string right here. So, oops. And then same thing here. Yeah. Normally, I would have probably thought of that right away, but my brain honestly completely froze. So I think I just gotta chill out a little bit, because there's not really any reason to be stressed out. Just writing JavaScript, you know. Okay, so we'll just return an image from this, and I have tab 9 enabled, which is an AI autocomplete extension. Some people say that's cheating, but it can speed up continent image path. So yeah, continent image path, and then yeah, that's all we need. Oh, though I guess we do need the list of continents still. So we'll just say Africa, Asia. Look, see, tab 9 just completed that for me. Super efficient. And then North America, and it's trying to complete it there, but I want underscores. And look at that, it completed it for me. So there we have all the continents. And the okay, so this is cool. It is a little bit cheating, but did you see there? I tried to yeah, right there. That's exactly what I was gonna write. So what this will do, it will create a new continent image. Actually, this should be capitalized because it's a component. And it will pass in the continent name from the continents, and it should display. Yes, check this out. Okay, it's working. So here we have all of the continents displayed here from the home function. Now I want to display them like we have here, source, and there's tab 9 helping me out again. So this will just look for Tailwind CSS classes in all of my source files right here. So that's all we need to do there. And then I'm going to create a new script right here, and I'm just going to call it Tailwind CSS. No, I'll just call it Tailwind. And then npx Tailwind CSS. It's Tailwind, or tab 9 is trying. It's trying dash I for input, and we will say that is the source input.css, and we want this to be outputted to public CSS Tailwind CSS by arguments. Okay, let's actually give it some utility classes. So I'm gonna give this a class name of grid, and I want it to have 3 columns. Okay, so that changed things. 3 columns. So why is it only in 1 column? Is it because okay, CSS is not my forte at all, but normally I would be able to figure this out. Let's see. So that's 3 columns. Let me check the dev tools and see what the heck is happening here. Why is it taking up all of the space? Might be why. There we go. That's working. That's doing what I wanted it to. Except that looks absolutely horrendous with the red background, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so our continents are displayed there. I'm going to give them more of a gap. So we'll just say gap 8. So now they're spread out. I do want this container to be kind of constrained like it is here. It's mapped. Okay, that kind of worked. py16. Okay, so it's starting to come together a little bit. Okay. So now we need to basically make all of these continents different links so that we can navigate to them. Like, see here, if we click on this, it takes us to the North America part of the page. So let's do that. So I'm going to come up here to the continent image. Actually, I'm going to rename this component to a continent link, I guess, because that's really what it is. It's just to display what we want to do, and then we are going to import the link from the React router, and we are going to wrap this image in it. I think we can do that. I don't know. I'll try. See what happens. There's tab 9 again, helping me out. That's pretty much exactly what we want, except I'm going to modify this and okay, yeah, so it did work. It's let's see, let's fix this text a little bit. So class name, we'll give it a text of center. Text is centered, and we will also wrap that text there in a paragraph tag, and so we can style it, and then text large. It's a little bit better. Real quick, I'm going to make a function to capitalize the first letter of the text there, because that's annoying that the first letter isn't capitalized. So I'm going to make a new folder for the library files, just generic utilities. Oops, that should be renamed utils.js. Export function, capitalize first letter, and it was still taking a string. And okay, is that actually how it's done? I was just about to look up how it's done. One ways, the way I was actually thinking is if we take, so like we take the first letter, which is basically what this does. Yep, char at 0. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna trust tab 9 with this one, because like I said, it makes things more efficient, so I'm not gonna look it up. And if it works, then I now know a new way to, or perhaps the proper way to capitalize the first letter of a string in JavaScript. So that is helpful. So I'll just wrap this this continent name in that function. So import that automatically. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. Look at that. Okay, so now we have to, so now if we go here, and we have a 404 error, which means the page is not found. So now we are going to come to the to our index file. And actually, real quick, I'm going to save this and get continents being displayed. Okay, so that is saved. And yeah, where is it? Okay, so we're going to come over here, and we are going to create the continent path. So this path would be slash continent, and the element would be tab 9 is now tab 9 is screwing itself up. Okay, we're going to create a new page. Oops. And we're going to call this continent.js. Export default function continent, no, not continent link. And let's see. Do we need to? Probably need to. So the plan is to have this function take in whatever continent is passed in there. So like, yeah, okay. Ignore all these errors. But like right here, we have Oceania passed in. So we want this function to grab that value and then use it. So yeah, that's what we want. And then import continent, and let me just make sure that this is, no, we want const, I forget how to, okay, let me look up how to do this. Get URL params React router, and let's go to Stack Overflow. Looks like I've been here before. Use search params, and then now those are the search, like the query parameters, I think it means. Yeah, those are query parameters, so that's not what I'm looking for. Let's actually, how about we go to the official website for this. Oh, okay, that's much simpler. So we can just say continent name is equal to, what did it say? Use params, and import that. the appropriate continent. So like if for our case it's Oceania right here, if this function is called when the URL is at Oceania. Okay, so let's see. We also need to detect if it's loaded or not. Okay. Okay, so now we can come over here in the use effect and actually write our code to set the state. Nope, that's not what I want. We'll fetch, and we just want the continent name .json basically. So we'll pass in the continent name followed by .json, and then when we receive a response, we want to get the JSON. No, that's not. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. So it says that the stream should be connected now. I hope it is. Okay, it is connected now. Okay. That's weird. Finally. Let's go back over here. So public. Yes, but we need to like make an API request to the JSON file instead of having it try and load a page. So let me check the elements over here. Like what is going on? Like that's working properly. These are being loaded. Like what happens if I open in a new tab? So why is this loading just fine? Yeah, this is, hang on, let me come back. Okay, reload that. Let's go over here. Bad request. Okay. Let's try appending. Oh my goodness. Yep, I'm an idiot. Let's actually put, how about we put the JSON. How about we put the JSON where it's supposed to go in the continents folder like I've been trying to access. Okay, and we'll put the maps there too. No, okay, that's not actually gonna work. Unless we come over here and remove, maybe we come and remove that. And it is not found, okay. I'm gonna be beaten by JSON. Maybe I did choose a simpler route by having this in a database. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Should be getting continents, continent name .json. So let me log that and make sure that that's actually working. Okay, it's not even. I'm probably missing something extremely. Here, let's go back. Let's go back to the main page. I forgot. Okay, so that URL is fine. What in the world? Yep, I'm gonna be beaten. Son. Oh wait, no. Oh my goodness. Yep, I'm just gonna keep making stupid mistakes. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, it's working. Yeah, I just had all of my paths mixed up. It's supposed to go to continents slash JSON because that's the folder that it's stored in. So let me make sure that worked again. Oh my goodness. Yep, live coding. That's what it is. I mean, I do make mistakes like that where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, how did I miss that? I do that on a daily basis, pretty much. But it's a whole different aspect when it's all live. So yeah, so we are getting the countries appropriately now. So let us actually display them. So yeah, now I believe we can try and load up. Why does Git think I have 5,000 changes in here? That's weird. Oh, probably from those, hang on a second, from those being moved. That's okay. So let's see. So we have the JSON loaded. Oh wait, we're not actually setting the JSON, so we have to set JSON to the JSON that we received. And now we can, so we're gonna loop over all of these different countries that we got here and figure out their image URLs. So we're gonna figure out the path to their appropriate image in the maps folder. Okay, so I'm just going to make, I guess I'll make a function. Let's see. Actually, I'll just return. Actually, no, hang on. Let's make a new. Let's make the container for this part of the page first. The main container. I'll just copy this. And actually, I'll make a separate class for these styles. Come over here and just add it to the, I guess, the utilities layer. I don't think it really matters at all. I will just call it page, and I will apply these styles. Okay. So now we should be able to replace this with the page style. And let's go back. Hang on, let's go back to the base page. Okay, we got to update the paths. And we will return the continent name again. Okay, that's working. And let's also grab the on.stringify. We'll also print out the returned continent, or the country's JSON. Okay, so all the countries are right here. So we're basically going to loop over all of those. So let's make a new component. Actually, we don't need a new component, do we? Countries display. We're going to display the countries. Okay, so this will take in the JSON, the country's JSON, and we are going to return. Actually, no, do we want to do it? Yeah. We're going to return a div And then inside of this div, we're going to do json.map country. We don't need the index. Thank you, tab 9. And why is it yelling at me here? Oh, because we need that. Okay. And then from here, we are just going to return the... I guess we'll just return the country. Okay. So now we can use that down here and pass that in. JSON.map is not a function. Okay, what does that mean? Oh, because... Man, where's the console? Are we not logging? No, we are. Let's see. My brain is freezing. Got the live stream jitters. It's okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of that because that caused an error. It's not console.logging. Yeah, it's not console.logging. I don't know why I thought it was. That's ridiculous. Okay, and now it's console.logging hundreds of times a second. So, yeah, it is an array. So why isn't it? Let's clarify here. Let's call that the JSON array. So we JSON array. Very weird. I don't know why that's not working. Okay. Let's console.log it down here. We will. No, that won't make sense. Let's convert it to a string again. Well, the JSON. That's weird. Okay, but the countries, everything is floated. Oh, wait a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, the countries. So we have to access the key. We have to access the key countries in there. So let's actually rename this to countries array, and we're gonna set countries array here, and we're gonna take the response from the return to JSON and access the countries key. Okay, so countries array. Stay consistent with the naming instead of renaming things 5 different times. How about we just come up with better names in the first place? Okay, let's see. So now that should work. And okay. Well, we have new errors, which is always fun. That's nice. Okay. Set countries array. There we go. And JSON is not defined. Okay. Yep, down here. Countries array. And the JSON is not defined again. JSON. Where is it looking for that? Maybe I should check the line number. Line 36. Right. And actually, we don't need to do that anymore. Or maybe we do because it's still yelling at us. React Router started also scolding you for not providing a proper error page. Like that's a bit annoying. It's kind of funny though too. Okay. Countries array.map is not a function, even though I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's console.log that up here. Okay, so countries array. Why is that not a function? It's an array. Can we not map arrays in JavaScript anymore? That doesn't make any sense. It's providing the countries. What we expect, or what I expect to see, is each of these country objects printed out on the screen. So we're telling this, what this should do, if I coded this correctly, it should ask, so it should tell JavaScript to loop over all of the countries in that countries array, get the individual country right here, and then print it out. That's what this means. For whatever reason, though, don't tell me objects are not valid as React child. Can I call .toString on there? Okay, that didn't work. Okay. I'm going to be defeated by such a simple concept. Just the other day, I was writing C++ code on a little microcontroller, which is about 50 times more complicated than this, but apparently not. JavaScript will kill you every time, it seems, in some way, shape, or form. Even though it seems all soft and fuzzy at first, it will come back and it will bite you hard. Man, I don't know what the heck is happening here. It's not embarrassing. That's not the right word, because I know there's some mistake in here that I made, and I don't see it, which is okay. It's not okay, but dang. Come on, this was supposed to be fairly simple. Like, I'm supposed to be simplifying the darn app, and I can't even tell what's going on. Okay, let's console the what's the type of the countries array? Why is it an object? Wait, hang on. Wait. Because arrays might actually be objects in JavaScript, because JavaScript is weird. What if the length? Because if it has a length attribute, then we know it's an array. Okay, so it's not actually an array that's being passed into it. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. React killed me. So what it thought I was doing, it thought I was passing in a properties object to this component, like it would have styles to it, or different functions like onClick, different controls for that component. But what I meant to pass in was just the country array. So it thought that the object I was passing in was a properties object and not the actual data object. So, oh my goodness, that is garbage. Oh, I'm glad. And that didn't work because probably because it doesn't have a country.name. Let me actually check the JSON that we're dealing with. Okay, so it has, so each country object each country object has a attribute called country, which is the name of the country and the ISO. So we will just get country.country, which that looks a little bit weird, but it's okay. And then the ISO key. Oh my goodness, finally. Yes, okay, we have all of the countries being listed out. So now let's take a step back and let's go to the home page. This should work if we go to Asia, and we have all the countries in Asia, Europe, that looks right, Oceania, yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is working. Okay, let me commit that, git commit, or let's add first, git add dot git commit. What did we do? So a few things changed, a few things have changed. Oh, I gotta remove the underscores from the proper names here. That's annoying too. I'll do that later. Countries being displayed on continent pages. Country names, not the actual countries. Okay. Let's const country display. Just set that to an array with a class name of shadow. We'll give it a padding of 2, and then that image, and the source will be equal to, no, that's not what I want. Come on, tab 9. Okay, so now I'm going to come and make a new function called resolve. I guess I'll call it resolve country image path. And this will take in the country name, and this should be export function. And so now we just have to check out this, the schema we've got here. So now we're going to pass in the country ISO code. Oh, it's so close, so close. To lowercase. Okay, tab 9 is actually screwing me up a little bit. So I think perhaps I shall, if it keeps it up, I'll disable it, because if it flashes options too quickly, then it just screws up your typing. It's completely pointless. And so for the images, I'll just delete all of these PNGs. We don't need those. I want to use the SVGs. That's because they load faster. They're not actual images. They're scalable vector graphics. So they will load much faster. So let me just make sure I got this URL correct. I think so. So now it looks like I have the image path incorrect. So, oh, that's supposed to be country.country. Okay, yeah, so it's trying. I must have the path incorrect again. So let's go. I don't need that. That's not important. This can close. This can close. Oh, right, because we need to pass in, it's vector.svg slash vector.s2. So let me add that. And then, yep, we need to pass it in down here, continent. And we can just pass in the continent from here, because we're getting the continent from the URL. So continent name, okay. And this continent, why is it? Oh yeah, because we need an equal sign. And then we need to tell it over here which continent it is in. So we'll just pass in the continent, and continent is not defined. Okay. Which line is that? Let's check that. Line 19 in continent.js. So right here, yeah, because we need to pass that in. Cannot read undefined properties of errors. That's okay. We are making improvements. How long have I been going here with this stream? An hour and 20 minutes. That's a good amount of time. What was I just about to look up? I don't know. Do I have to look anything up? Oh yeah, I was gonna copy. No, I was gonna copy one of these URLs. Let's into here. And it's still saying, so I must have the, hang on, let me double check. Yep, I do. I have this incorrect. This is not supposed to be the country name. We're not supposed to have the country name there. Oh wait, no, we are supposed to have the country name there. That is supposed to be the country name. So why is continents, maps, so continents, and then we're defining the continent there, and then we're passing in the country name, so this will be Africa, and then the ISO code, and then vector.svg, so it should be continent, maps, Africa. Oh no, we do not pass in the country name. Oh my goodness. So let's get rid of that, because we just pass in the country ISO code. It's like I'm coding with someone, looking over my shoulder, trying not to make mistakes, but it's something I want to try and get used to. So that, yeah, I want to make more videos more often, so I'm just getting more comfortable in front of the camera, and also talking while coding, which is, it's proven to be difficult, but yeah, we're making progress here. So let's display these countries, kind of like we have on the home page. So let's go back to the home page, actually. Kind of like this, except we probably want smaller grid sizes. So we'll just do that over here. So we'll say class name is equal to grid calls, we'll do 6 columns. Okay, that looks pretty good. I mean, if I'm being totally honest, it actually looks kind of horrendous, but for the sake of getting things working, it looks pretty good. So let's also set that page. Let's give this container the page. There we go. So now it's centered, and it will also shrink as the page gets smaller. Okay, and perhaps we want screen size. We'll set it to grid. And actually, I think the default is 1, so that's stupid. I don't even need that. Grid columns 3, and then on the medium screen sizes, we do grid calls 4. We'll just see what that does. So now if we come and change this, yeah, okay. So that actually wasn't that hard at all. Okay, let's maybe clean up the styling a little bit, and also give, we have to give these countries names. We have to be able to tell what each country's name is. So we can display that up here. Actually, we'll use a header tag, so like an h3 or something, and we'll just pass in the country, oops, and class name, we'll give it text, large, and the font will be medium. Okay, that looks cool. Let's make it the text, excuse me, let's make the text centered. Okay, and a margin bottom of 4. And also, let's wrap that continent name down here in a header tag. Oops, what in the world's happened? And text, oops, class name is equal to text for XL, font bold, oops. Okay, cool. And to the chat, doing well. Had a few embarrassing mishaps early on, but we are rolling. I wish I would show what time the chat, what time the messages were sent. Oh, at 4:26. So 4 minutes ago. So yeah, hope you're still here. Unless of course you've got better things to do than watch a guy struggle with JavaScript, because what percent of the population has anything better to do than watch a guy struggle with JavaScript? So yeah. Anyways, let's also capitalize the letters up here. Okay. Stream has stopped again. Man, I wish we had actual internet instead of fake HughesNet or temporary cell phone connections. Okay, so this looks like it's working pretty well. Let's make sure that it works for the other countries, so like Asia. Oh yeah, we are in business. So now I think we just have to make the actual quiz functionality. So obviously the whole quizzing process, it's not going to be completely foolproof. Like, you can just go into the code if you wanted and see the correct answer, but I guess this quiz is made for people who genuinely want to improve their geography. So if you're going to cheat, then this quiz is not for you. So just let that be known first. I'm actually going to make the bodies, the background color for the all of the pages. I'm just going to darken it a little bit because it can make certain things pop out a little bit more. Like the cards are white. If the background was just a little bit dimmer, it'll make it a little bit easier to distinguish where the cards are. So I'll just do that over here. So yeah, I'll just copy this and I'll just say, I'll call that the country card class, and then I will make a new layer for the components dot, what was it, country card. Actually, no, I'll just call it card, because this is a very generic style that I could use for like the image card that we saw on the home page. Okay, now let's make their background color white so that it stands out more. There we go. That looks pretty sweet, I think. Also, let's oh yeah, this is coming together. Alrighty, so let's make the quiz route now. Actually, I'm gonna commit this. So git add dot git commit, and countries are being displayed properly. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Now let's make the quiz. All right, this is gonna be a little bit interesting. Hopefully, I make less stupid mistakes than I did in the last segment of figuring things out. So let's go. Let's go to here and create a new route. This is going to be the slash quiz route. And so this is going to take a continent name, because it's going to ask you what continent you want to be quizzed for. And then that's actually, I think, all we need, because then, so when you visit that page, the page is gonna check the continent name, and then it's gonna get the JSON countries for that continent. So it's gonna come up here, go into JSON. So say the quiz is for Africa. It's gonna look through the countries in Africa. It's gonna pick a random one, and then it's gonna get the image for that continent. So so you can see what it looks like, obviously. And then it'll also load a few other random countries from this file, so that it can give you options to choose from. And yeah, and then it'll compare your answer with the actual correct answer. So yeah, let's try that. So let's make a new page. We'll just call it quiz.js, export default function quiz. Okay, and this is going to take in the continent name. So const continent name, or it's going to extract the continent name from the parameters. Yeah, use params. All right, so that should work. Let's just return the continent name. I'll make sure that this is working. Also, in our countries or continent list page, let's provide a link to take the quiz here. Take quiz for the continent name. I'm gonna make a new variable, and it's still mad at me. Okay, unexpected token. Oh yeah, because I forgot to put a comma there to separate these. Okay, let's make sure that's a bit clearer. I forgot to import the link in this file. Oh wait, I can just import it right here. And that should... Oh, what the heck? No, I can't put it right here, because that's not the file that's complaining about it. It's this file. There we go. Take a quiz for Africa, except you can't even tell that's a link. That's the only thing, one of the few things that I really don't like about Tailwind is it turns the links completely off. Not off, but the styling for them just goes away, and it's boring. So every time I need a link, I just create a new link class and give it a text blue of like 600, and then we have to, yeah, class name link. Not sure why VS Code is auto completing with double quotes, even though I thought I have it set to single quotes. It's annoying. Oh, it's auto. Okay. I used to do double quotes, but I started, let's see, control, let's fix that. 2 is equal to /quiz, and then I think the stream is frozen again. If it does not like render everything smoothly after everything is loaded, then I will be upset if there is content lost. Yeah. Okay, so quiz slash, where are we going? We want the continent name, so pass in the continent name. Okay. Okay, I think that worked. Let's go to the quiz page and so let's give this a class name of page. Yep. Okay, so we are going. We are making progress. Font semi-bold. Come on. Okay, and may as well just capitalize that as well. All right, that looks beautiful. It's literally a header and one page, but I don't know. There's something relaxing about seeing this. I mean, the code is working. The styles are working. Okay. So all right, so now we got to start thinking about the quiz logic a little bit. So I'm gonna make a function. So let's see. Let me think about what we're doing first. We're gonna make a function to get the JSON data from the countries, and then it will select, we'll say 4 random countries from this list, from this array, and then it will display, and then it'll choose one of those countries at random, one of the 4 selected, to be the correct country, or the quiz country, so it'll ask you what that country is. So we'll just say function get random. YouTube is not receiving. Oh boy. Okay, so the stream might get a little bit jittery, even though it's still working. I really hope it works. Okay, so get random countries, and this will take in the continent name. So this should actually be an async function because it's gonna have to make a request with fetch. So I can just do const res is equal to fetch, and then we will say, what are we doing? Slash continents slash is that what we want? Nope. Slash JSON slash continent folder or file, because I can use it over there too. Except it's not to get random countries, not to get, yeah, get countries, that's right. Okay, so now I will make the get random countries function. So function get random countries. And again, this will take in the continent name. And no, tab 9, what is this? Oh, this is not what I need. I'm not going to hard code the countries in JavaScript. That's what the JSON files are for. Okay. No. Okay, stop it. Tab 9. Man. All right, I just got to start typing. So we need to get countries, when we're going to pass in continent name. This also async function because it's making a request. So const countries equal to that. We're gonna await. Oh, wait a second. So this should be in this get countries function. Let's go to the definition. We should return JSON.countries so that we so that way we don't have to manually access the countries key of the JSON array, because we would have to access it here. Otherwise, if we just try to access whatever is at the root of the JSON, it would get an object. It would get the countries object, which we don't want. We just want the countries array itself. So yeah, so now everything is still working, so that's beautiful. Yeah, that's good. Let's go to the quiz. Okay, so now if we console.log countries and we return the countries, let's come over here and countries, set countries, look at that. Okay. And okay, yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. This is why tab 9 is awesome, because this is like exactly what we need to type. Except, so honestly, I'm not a React.js expert, so this is supposed to be the dependency arrays for the useEffect function, and I'm still not 100% sure how it works. I've tried testing things out with it, and I have not noticed any noticeable difference without it. I'm probably using it. I know I'm using it improperly, but I've been able to get my code to work without it, and it's not really that much more code than, might be needed if I'm using it correctly. So, anyways. And down here, we're going to set if not is loaded. I'm just going to return loading. Then maybe later we can actually return a proper loading page. Yeah. Lots of countries. Why is that blue? It's supposed to be a function. I mean, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't affect anything. So you're getting the countries right there. I'll make sure that continent name is up top so that the rest of the code can access it. And let's finally set is loaded true. See, tab 9 actually knows what it's doing sometimes, and it speeds up the process a little bit. Okay, use state not defined. That's why. Okay. Use state. Hello. Yeah, use state. Yes. Yeah. My goodness, what in the world? Oh yeah, because that's not from. Okay, it's from React. Import use state, and we want use effect. Okay, it's good. So there is, if is loaded, we will stop that code. Otherwise, we will set that, and we should catch the error. I will just console.log it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I think that is working. Let's display the countries down here. The length, const length is equal countries.length. I++. Okay, so now we're going to generate a random index to grab here. So const rand index is equal to floor. Oh, perfect. Tab 9 helping me out again. That's literally exactly what I was going to write. So that's awesome. Yes, exactly. Random country is equal to countries, whatever country's at the random index, except what we can do is just, so const selected countries is equal to, yeah, to an array, that's right. And then we'll just push to that array right here. So selected countries dot push, and then we will return the selected countries. Okay, so now every time we refresh this page, we should see different countries generate here. So yeah, check that out. Awesome. Okay, so that is working. I actually have to step away for like 2 minutes. I've got to go use the restroom. So I will be back very shortly. So, excuse me. Okay, I think we are back. We back? Maybe. Should be. It's only 500. It's only like 600 kilobytes a second. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, hopefully it's working again. Let's see, get random. Okay. No, get. You know what? No, I'll just leave that. Okay, let me make sure the stream did get going again. Yeah, I think. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so we got the countries. Get random countries. Okay, so now we are going to. So we're not actually going to set the countries to this. Actually, no, we have to. So we're going to set an answer country. Set answer. Still buffering. I really hope this works. Really hope this works. Okay, anyways. So we're going to set the countries. Nope, this needs countries. Okay, I think we're good. Let me get my camera focused properly. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okie doke. So, see if tab 9 will help me out again here. Nope. Tab 9 is like, you're going to type this one out on your own. Oh, maybe not. Hey, how about that? Okay, but it is okay. And set answer, countries, random index. Okay, so now let's display the answer. Anyways, I'm gonna ignore what's happening to the stream. Hopefully YouTube will fix it, whether it buffers and it smooths out the connections or whatnot. Okay, so something is not defined. So answer just so that we are clear. Okay, still broken. That's okay. Let's see. So something that I am passing in. So the country dot. Oh, because this takes the whole country object. So let's rename the answer to answer country so that we remember that it is actually an object. And okay, yeah, that should be good. No, it's not. Oh, it is good. Okay, we have a random country being displayed there, so that's awesome. I'm going to set the width. No, I'm going to give this. No, I don't need to give that a class of card. Let's give the image a max width. So just say width 20. What is that? What does that do? Nope, that definitely didn't do anything. Oh, it did. Okay, that's kind of too small. So what widths do we have here in Tailwind? 64. I think that's actually a pretty. I think that's a good size. So this is Zimbabwe apparently, and that's St. Helena. Okay, so now let's render the options beneath the country. So we'll just say function options, and this will take in the options array. Yeah, that's actually that's almost perfect. We want it to be flex. We want the we want things okay, but we do not. We'll have it take in the list of countries. C dot name do that C dot ISO C dot options. We'll make them a button. Okay. Class name is equal to rounded. Padding Y, we'll do 2p, mapping the countries there. We will options, and we'll say oh, so let's see, let's think about this. So when these buttons are clicked, it's going to have to check if the answer is correct. So it's going to take the correct answer, and if it is correct, then we want to display something. Now I just have to figure out how we want to have that displayed. So I guess what we could do is like have a message up here. Okay, set that the default is null. And we're going to pass in the correct option to the countries. And now I'm going to make a function called handle click. And this will take in the country name. And if actually we can just pass in that. Okay, so and then we're going to check if the country is equal to correct option dot country. Then we are going to set the message to correct. Otherwise, we're going to set the message to incorrect. And then we should probably display the correct answer as well. Yeah, there we go. Get the message down here. Oh, and then we have to tell the button that on click, we're going to handle the click. Click and pass in a country there. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. I think that should work. Okay, so setting is answered to true when when a button is clicked, and then down here we are going to have a conditional component to a conditional button. Actually, I guess this whole thing can be conditional, but the button specifically. Oh wait, no, I guess no, we don't even need that. We'll just refresh button, set refresh button, and down here we will set the refresh button to just a link to refresh the page, basically. Okay, so wait, we don't need that. Yeah, we do need that. Okay. Perfect. And we will just do, we just want to refresh the page. So oh, no, that did not work. Just make this, actually, no, I will make this an actual button. And actually what we could do maybe is make it, perhaps we could load all of the countries at once, like we're doing, but then we're also parsing out the random countries. Maybe we could just location dot reload, I believe is the function. So let's go here. Nope, that's not what I want. X4 and rounded option button down here. So let's, there we go, that cleans it up a little bit. It does not seem to have worked for down here. Oh wait, no, because I didn't do it. Yeah, it did work. Okay. Okay, beautiful. So this, it seems like it is working. Yep, that's incorrect. Okay, new question. Correct when the video is done. But yeah, wow, that was definitely some things were harder than they needed to be. Made a few very stupid mistakes. Actually, one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to change the message color. Depending on whether you got it wrong or correct. So actually, I'll just set the message to an object like this, and we can have the text, and that'll be correct, and then the style, and we can just background color, change the color to green. Okay, and we will just copy this code snippet here and change. Down here, This will be message.text, and if the message nothing there. Okay. Algeria, that's correct, and the text is green. Correct. I'm not trying to wait. Okay, there we go. I'm not that good at geography. I was completely randomly get. I like it. It's much less complicated than the one I currently have up on my website. And probably works way faster. Of course, it's running locally, so everything's going to load super quickly. What I will probably do is have all the country data load at once, and then just like store it in the local storage even, or just just come up with a way to load it once and then pass it in everywhere, so it doesn't keep having to call the JSON files. Okay, so that was quite an adventure. Oh, you know what? I should try and